Hey there guys, I'm SonicGhost and welcome back to some more Let's Play Star Fox Adventures. Last time we came back here to Thorntail Hollow to take care of some things, we got ourselves a new ability, and we went to go see the Queen of the Earthwalkers to only tell us that the next gatekeeper along with Tricky's father, the King of the Earthwalkers, is trapped upon the walled city. So with our new ability, the portal device, we opened the way to the walled city ourselves, so we're finally ready to head off to our next area. So in order to reach the walled city, you need to have at least 12 fuel cells, and just like always, we have more than enough to make this trip. So we don't really have to worry about this, just like always, but then again, there hasn't been a time yet where we had to worry about having enough fuel cells to take off, since there's so many around Dinosaur Planet. But now we're ready to head on to our third area in the game, the walled city. So without any further ado, let's get our mission briefing.
This is dangerous ground, Fox. Walled City was once the Earthwalkers' home, but has been overrun by the deadly Red-Eye tribe. General Scales has imprisoned the King Earthwalker within its walls. You must rescue the King and find that disposed of. Hurry, Fox. Those nasty beasts are mighty hungry. Let me out.
Fly through 7 gold rings to open the gatekeeper's force field.
Alright, so 7 gold rings. Just like always, they've been increasing the amount. So this is getting harder and harder, just like always. But then again, you should be used to this by this point. And this is one of those types of areas where they're going to throw a lot of stuff at you in large chunks. So using your bombs wisely is a very smart thing to do here. Just gotta be careful. And I gotta say, out of all the R-Wing sections, this is probably the one I've played the most alongside the Dinosaur Planet return trip. And that's just simply because the file that I have on here is it's a file that's basically all done with the game. And thanks, Peppy, for telling me to keep going twice in a row. But the file that I have on here I go back to a lot is one that's pretty much just allowed to go anywhere. And I don't know why, I just keep on going back to this place. Just not exactly sure what compels me to keep on going back to Walled City, but I don't know, I just like this course for some reason, really do. But we have enough, I don't need to worry about getting any more of these gold rings, but you know, just for the score's sake, we will. Pretty sure I missed maybe 2 rings. I know for a fact I missed 1 gold ring. But, you know, that won't tell us, but I got on the leaderboard at the very least. Barely, but I got on there. That's something. But here we are, the Walled City. One of my more favorite locations that you travel to out of the main area. Not exactly sure why I like this place as much as I do. I mean, Dark Ice Mines was... I don't really like the scenery of that one as much. The Cloud Runner Fortress, not that bad. It's just I wasn't really too fond of the place, mainly because of, well, bad memories as a kid. But, Walled City, I don't know. I just kind of like it. It's your average grassland combined with ancient temple ruins. But here we go. These are the Red Eyes. Be very, very careful of these guys. In fact, right now, don't even try to fight these guys because you can't damage them. Their skin is so rough, no type of attack can hurt them. So right now, don't even bother to fight these guys. Just run away. And just be very careful not to get hurt by these guys, because these guys can give you a good beating. But we have to activate these certain switches using the ground quake, and the first one we're going for is on the red side, the daytime side. So we want to make our way over here as quickly as we can if my controller doesn't hiccup anymore. Still gotta figure out why it's doing that. Alright, let's take this tunnel, and once you get to the very end, have your flame command ready for Tricky. Oh geez, I might have to actually replace the batteries on this controller mid-session because this is worse than it's been. I'm pretty sure the batteries are dying. I haven't used this controller in a while, so maybe that's why. But at the very end of this tunnel section, you're going to have a fire grate here you need to use Tricky's flame command with. And as you can see, once doing that, that little panel down there lights up, so that means we have another one to hit. And we want to make our way over there now, so... While we're heading over here, I do want to explain the main mechanic of this area. The Walled City is affected by the day and nighttime cycle, just like Dinosaur Planet is, but... Unlike Dinosaur Planet, it actually makes a difference here. The day and nighttime cycle here actually affects what routes that you can take to get to certain puzzles like this. This main pyramid here has a lot of different areas that you can go through, and that's affected by the time of day. So you can go the right pathway during the night, and you can go the left pathway during the day. Oh, get away from me. Get away from me, you T-Rex. Oh, that's kind of scary. But you can, yeah, the pathways will change here on the time of night, so, or time of day, I should say. So right now, since it's pretty much nighttime, I should be allowed to go this way, which is true. Gotta wait for this to go back in. Thank you. I will say, though, they give you more time here than they give you for the daytime side, but right there you kind of saw how the day-nighttime cycle actually affects this place. Now, because it's not nighttime, I gotta take the long way. It's still possible to actually make it underneath this time limit, but you want to do this during the nighttime if you can, if you don't know what to do. Because if you're not sure exactly where to go for this challenge, or for this puzzle I should say, then you probably want to wait until it's nighttime, because then you won't have to worry about the time being too much of an issue. But there we go, we made it. So use the flame command here, and jump off, because I know Tricky will make it. Well, at least I hope he does. Tricky? Oh, you gotta be kidding me. He failed me at the very last moment. Well, guess who's going back? This fox right here. There we go, we made it with plenty of time to spare, and that's mainly because since it's nighttime, I was able to take the shorter way around. And don't jump off here like I did last time for the same exact reason. Tricky's not coming yet. That's because he is so far behind right now that he's just not responding to my flank command. Where is he anyways? This is the longest time I've ever seen Tricky try to catch up. Come on, Tricky, we got 5 seconds. There you go. I have no idea why it took him so long to catch up. That is the first time I've seen him hesitate that much. I mean, I've seen Tricky hesitate during that puzzle, but never to that degree. He would always catch up, and he wouldn't take that long to catch up. So that's really surprising. But now that we have both of those gates activated, we can go ahead and go down into this little tunnel, so let's see what's down here for us. Oh, what do you know? It's an Earthwalker, but this one's the King Earthwalker, of course, so let's go ahead and talk to him.
Dad, you're okay!
Tricky, my son. You don't have to worry about me. I am the king. Ah, the famous Star Fox, hero of Dinosaur Planet.
Yeah, that's me.
And before you ask, no, I haven't got the Spellstone, but I do know where you could look. To enter the lair of the Red-Eye King, you must first find the 2 sacred teeth. Not an easy task, as they are protected by the very life force of the Red-Eye tribe. Locate the magic cave. The answer lies within.
I just love the fact that after this cutscene, it spawns that bridge, so technically when you're just talking to the King of the Earthwalkers, his powers are so strong, he can spawn this bridge out of nowhere, and now we can actually get to the other side of the walled city. That's just really weird when you think about it. How can talking to the King of the Earthwalkers make a bridge appear out of thin air? That's just video game logic at its finest. It really is. But you want to go ahead and burn that stuff right there so you can climb up. And right over here you're going to see this little patch in the ground where we can plant a bomb spore. So let's go ahead and do that. If I can find one. There we go. And just because I don't really feel like using the Fire Blaster, let's just go ahead and use the Ground Quake. Or activate my menus. Whichever comes first. But down here is another upgrade for our staff. Another power up. So without any further ado, let's go ahead and grab ourselves another staff ability. And this one is more of an upgrade than anything new, because we've already used this. In fact, we used it to get in here. We've now acquired the Super Groundquake, so pretty much just our Groundquake just got an extra boost of power. Now it's going to take up even more staff energy, but it's essentially the same thing. But it is a required thing. It's not just nice to have because it gives you a power boost. No, you actually do need this because the Super Quake is strong enough to actually take down these red eyes. So we're needing it just to attack these red eyes alone. So it's a good idea that we get it now. But while we're over here, we're going to be seeing trees like this where there's going to be a target on them. So let's go ahead and talk to this Earthwalker real quick.
With a weapon so powerful, maybe you are the one who can defeat the Red Eye.
I like how he said that it wasn't a question, but the subtitles gave it a question. Like, maybe you're the one to beat the Red Eye? I have no idea. Even though it wasn't a question when he was actually saying that to us. That's kind of weird. But you want to take a look at the trees that have a Earthwalker member right next to them. Those trees will have the targets on them for you to shoot. So you will want to pay close attention to that. And there's 4 of those trees around. As you saw when we landed, there was 4 pillars right next to the R-Wing. Each of those pillars we need to light a flame, and in order to do so, we have to shoot all 4 of these targets on these trees. So just keep an eye out for these trees, and they're very easy to spot. Let's go ahead and head in here. Ooh, we got some stuff that we need the Shark Claw disguise to pick up. Let's go ahead and do that. Man, my controller is really hiccupy. I am going to have to change the batteries after this, so I know what I'm doing between this recording session. And of course, all that was Scarabs, a bat from Dad, and more staff energy, so just a waste of my time overall. Oh, that's very disappointing. Oh, what do you know? Look at that. Another tree that we can go ahead and shoot. Let's go ahead and do this real quick. Where's my fire blaster? There it is. There you go. It's half of them all taken care of. And while we're over here, actually, let's go ahead and talk to him real quick. Let's see what this guy has to say.
The secret of the river can be found amongst the leaves.
Okay. That wasn't helpful in the slightest. I can understand what he's trying to say with the secret of the river, but the rest of it, not so much. What he's trying to tell you there, it's pretty much the purpose of why we're shooting these trees, but yeah, that doesn't really help. And as you can see up here, we got an enemy gate. Can't do anything here just yet, but the enemies we need to take care of. Ouch, that was a stupid move on my marks. But the enemies we need to take care of are the Red Eyes. So let's go ahead and kill ourselves some Red Eye. And now we can actually use this Super Groundquake and its original meanings. So let's go ahead and fight these guys. And you want to fight these guys near where these fuel barrel kegs are, because, well, there's not one over here, unfortunately. But that's how you'll do the most damage to these guys. In fact, I think that's the only way you can do damage if you're not using the Groundquake. So, yeah, if you are right next to one of the barrels, just use those instead of using the second Groundquake, since you'll save yourself on staff energy. Luckily, though, they do give you plenty, and I mean plenty, of these yellow crystals to refill your staff, so you're not going to have to worry about using up too much staff energy if you went out of your way to get the energy meter upgrades like I did. If you didn't get any of the staff meter upgrades, oh man, is this going to be difficult, because you're always going to have to just stop using one of the Groundquakes and refill your staff energy. There's just no way you can do more than one at a time if you have no upgrades to your energy meter. It's impossible. Which is why every single time I play this game, even if I'm not going to go for everything, I'm still going to go out of my way to collect all the staff energy meter upgrades, because it's so useful. But this is what I was talking about, trying to attack these guys next to one of the fuel barrels, because all I gotta do is knock them over, grab one of these, and throw them at him. And there you go. If you try to throw that at the Red Eye while he was still walking around, it wouldn't really do anything. So you have to still use the Groundquake to stun him, and then you can throw the barrel at him, no problem. But if you try to do it beforehand, not so much. But there we go. We took care of all the Red Eyes, so now we're able to head back over to the enemy gate and see what was behind it. And I know we're about 4 videos past this point, because I'm trying to upload 1 video every day now to finish this up. That's my plan. But I do want to apologize just as a whole for how this Let's Play has been very sporadic in its uploading schedule. This semester I just had a lot more stuff to deal with than I thought I would. This was the first semester of college where I was taking an online class, so I had a lot more work that I wasn't expecting. And there was just a lot of other stuff I had to attend to. I didn't really have the time to work on videos as I thought I would. That, and with all the technical issues, it's been pushing me back when I had free time too. Every single time I tried to work on this in my free time, something would go wrong technical, and I would push back videos even longer. Like, not too long ago when I tried to edit one of the last videos, there was some audio issues, so I had to really fix that up. I think that was more on the lines of my editing software than anything else, because I looked back at the video file and it was perfectly fine. But when I was putting the clips into my editing software, it said it had no audio. So, yeah, I've had a lot of technical issues. I had mostly a lot of college work to deal with, so I know a lot of people understand, but I always feel bad when I don't really update you guys that much. And I know not many people would follow my social media, so you guys don't get updates right away when something's happening. And the reason why I use like updates on, like, say, Twitter or a Facebook page a little bit more than how I would with YouTube's feed is mainly because how YouTube handles their feeds. Most people don't look at the feed. In fact, most people use the My Subscriptions button on the YouTube homepage, so they don't even see any updates from posts. So pretty much whatever I would post to say, you guys won't see no matter what. And that's why I don't really try using the feed all too much, because I know you guys aren't going to see the message anyways. But this is also why I encourage people just to follow those social media links. Even if you don't have an account, just click on them every once in a while to see if there's anything going on, since that's where I try to update you guys right away. Since I know that the YouTube feed isn't the best place to go, those places are a little bit better to look at. But let's talk to this Earthwalker real quick before we move on.
You are indeed a great warrior.
Why, thank you. That didn't do anything to help me, but I'll take the compliment and work with it. But there should be one more Earthwalker, and I don't remember exactly where he is. He should be around here somewhere. Oh, well, before we go any further, let's see what's in this hole. Oh, just another bathroom, Dad. Like we need those. So, I do believe that the next one should be over here somewhere. If I'm just going to be wandering out around for a while, I'll just cut to the location of him. In fact, I might actually have to end up doing that. But we'll see. We'll see. I just know he's close by, that's about it. So I'm just going to go ahead and cut to the last location of where the Earthwalker is next to one of these trees. Oh, that's right, this is why I always forget where this last one is. He's so secluded. Every single other Earthwalker is not like this, he's not as secluded. So let's go ahead and talk to him real quick.
Your most difficult task lies within the temple.
Okay, I guess we'll find out what this difficult task is later. Because we're actually not going to be going inside of the temple the way he's describing. We're going to be going inside the temple once we collect these teeth. In fact, all we need is the silver one. But that's not what he's talking about. He's talking about something later. So we won't be seeing this challenge that he's talking about until quite some time, actually. But we have one more thing we need to do before I decide to end the episode here. So we have another ring challenge like we did in the Cloud Runner Fortress. We need to go through every single one of these rings if we want to make it down to that gate. If we don't, we're not going to have enough time. So we need to swim our way through each one of these rings to gain some more time. And we'll be walking around this water every once in a while. And in fact, I recommend, if you can, don't swim and just run it. Because I found that running is a tiny bit faster sometimes if you roll. Sometimes the current can help push you, but I just found that rolling like this is a tiny bit faster. It might just be my imagination though, I'm not sure, but I just feel like it's faster. I just know for a fact whenever you're on the ground like this, don't run it, just roll. Because then you go faster. Since Fox will just kind of walk slowly through the water, so just rolling is so much faster, and I would recommend doing that. But we're nearing the end here, we just have to go through a few more rings. In fact, actually I think this is the last one right here. So let's get to the shore so the current doesn't pull us away any further. Roll, roll, and come on. Yep, we made it. We made it. Plenty of time to spare. So there we go. And this should be our final tooth, the silver tooth. So now with both of these teeth, we can go into the depths of this temple. And with that, hopefully we'll find our spellstone. But I think with that all said, I'm going to go ahead and end the episode here, guys. So, next time on Let's Play Star Fox Adventures, we'll head back over where the King of the Earthwalkers is and put both of these teeth right behind him in statues. And hopefully right after that we find ourselves our third spellstone. So I'll see you guys next time.